Hello everybody, welcome back down to the shop. Man, it's done turned cold in Tennessee. Winter has showed up. It ain't but about 9 degrees right now, but it's fairly warm in the shop. We're in pretty good shape. And I'm glad you come by to see me today. Thinking about this cold weather, we're not going to blink twice and it's going to be spring of the year. And we love spring of the year. The big girls start coming out and we like to go after them. It's a short time that we can get them. Then what do? They head on back out to deeper water. And it's hot, and people will go out and fish early in the morning, and then they'll go in at 10 o'clock. I'm guilty of it just like the next one, but we're messing up. Some of the best bites that you're going to get is in the very middle of the lake, in the very middle of the day. It may be so hot you can't hardly stand on the deck. So today, what we're talking about today, thinking about that hot weather that's coming, you may not believe it right now, but it's coming. But what we're talking about today is a good old swinghead. That swinghead right there has caught more fish out deep on the ledges. And I know a lot of people are using their electronics. You go out there in the middle of the lake, but old school, hey, we're fishing them ledges. They're down on the bottom, and you can still catch them out there deep. Some of my best days have come on a ledge out there, and it's so dadgum hot you can't hardly stand it. That's whenever they really want to bite in those hot days. Some of my best lures that I can put on that swing head is just a good old Magnum trickworm. Magnum trickworm in black with that head. And what you'll do is just Texas rig that rascal, just like you would do anything else on the Texas rig. Put that on there and rig that up Texas style. Hide that hook. You got a wide gap hook on it anyway, so that's what you're going to have. And you're just going to throw that out there after you locate the schools and drag that down on the bottom. You stop it, and what happens with that swing head, it's not like a regular Texas rig that all that is fixed. That swing head will allow that worm to flow with the current. It'll allow it to move around, and that's what entices them. It's a lot different than a regular Texas rig, just for that reason right there. Another really good one that I like is a ribbon tail worm. This one here is a electric blue, really, but it's got a lot more purple in it than anything. It's got blue flake. You're going to rig it the very same way again, Texas style. Throwing that flat part of that worm, you can see it's got a flat side and a round side. You're going to hook that hook right in the flat side of that worm, just like that. And there you're going to have your next one. And it doesn't hurt to throw this, have 2 or 3 of them rigged up, because if you're out there, this is a really good technique to catch them on. My other one is a plum, old monster worm, plum in color. They love plum for some reason in the hot days of summer. Again, rig that up on the Texas rig, same way we did the other two. Now, what you're going to want to throw that on is probably your longest rod that you got. I like to throw mine on a 7'6", medium heavy, and I like to throw with 20-pound fluorocarbon. Cigar and VizX is what I use. I use at least a 7-to-1 up to a 8-to-1, because as you're dragging that, and you'll feel it, you're going to need to get that slack up, because you're going to be on out in the water pretty good ways from the boat. So you're going to have to get that slack up. 7-to-1 at least, up to 8-to-1. Fluorocarbon with a 7'6" medium heavy rod should get the job done. But it's one of the most fun ways that you can catch them. You'll catch them out on a hump. say on a channel swing out in the lake where the river channel might turn, they'll stack up on that hump down there fairly deep because it's hot weather. When it's too hot for the fishermen, they're going to go deeper. So that's a good place to catch them, is on the humps out in the middle of the lake. If you're on Kentucky Lake, it's ideal with the ledges. It's known for the ledge fishing on Kentucky Lake. Chickamauga, same way. We've caught them on Chickamauga on the ledges. Not even thinking about the electronics and seeing them out deep. I'm talking about the fact that you can see them on your basic electronics. You ain't got to have the forward-facing sonar, whatever. You can find them down on the bottom. You can see them with your basic sonar or your down scan. Run across and find them, and then just turn around and catch them. Pickwick, we do it on Pickwick. All your major lakes, say on the Tennessee River system, are really good. So just thinking about this cold weather, man, I got to think about something to get me warmed up down here. Fixing to close up because it's awful cold. We're going to close up for a couple of days. So y'all have a good one. I'm glad you come by. I hope this little bit of information helps you. And if you hadn't tried the swinghead, fishing the ledges in the dead of summertime, you're missing out because it's a good fish catching technique. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. And like the video. And I'll see you next time you come by the shop.